Dr. Lavu Garu as the transition chairman.
Young chairman, sir.
As a chairman in transit. I mean, one point which we have got to approve and we have got to accept and we have got to appreciate is Dr. Lavu Garu's very clear concern that he should not be the chancellor. And the good move is that he welcomes to have somebody who can bring in a lot of new ideas and new concepts into the institution.
The chancellor cannot bring any new transformation. Chancellor is a decorative post. Chancellor should know the institute very well. That's all. He should run the university. That's all. That is the job of the chancellor.
Yes.
I know that I'm sitting in all the various board of management committees, and most of the committees, only the owner, the founder is going to be the chairman.
My BOG chairperson used to tell me, don't worry at all, put your rifle on my shoulder and now start fighting. That's all, okay. He used to tell me that, don't worry, my shoulders are meant for your rifle only. Put the rifle and I will be the front man, I shall take care, okay. I'm sure even the chairman, and I'm very sure whoever is going to designate as a chancellor, shall always support the cause of the Vice-Chancellor and support the good cause of the institution. Institution is more important, and institution all the while has got to be very, very important, particularly when institution is crossing over into its 10th convocation. From now onwards, the real teenage of the institution starts, 10th convocation, 11th, 12th, 13th. And this is the period when the institution has got to get stabilized. And stronger the stability, the institution from its 20s, it can perform very, very well. And that's what is expected to happen naturally.
What is the next score? Next score?
Next score, 3.49.
3.49.
Yeah, it has just missed. I mean, NAC also has told you that you have still the scope to improve.
I feel that you should concentrate more on NARF. NARF is not good score. It's not a good score. I've seen that.
Oh,
you concentrate more on that.
well then.
Where is the lacuna? You just analyze that. As a Vice-Chancellor, you call all the people to analyze that. You make a presentation to the board. I don't mind. I don't mind listening to that. Because I asked the VAT people to make a presentation. They make a presentation. Now it's coming in the 9th position. VAT is now in the 9th position. I brought it here. I give it to the registrar and PC to go through that. I think probably that's a good thing.
Good. But, we should not be complacent about whatever we have got, but we are still in the first 100 club. That makes a big difference, okay? And not many institutions can afford to dream of being in the first 100 club. And more than that, in its very 10th convocation, if this is happening, it is quite good. As a university, it has been doing good at the 95th position. And as an engineering institution at a 99th position, competing with all institutions of national importance is quite good. But then, as you mentioned, there is always a scope, and there is always a scope for a young institution like Vignan to come up very fast. And surely, the interesting point is, the chairman of this institution being a doctorate in education, surely he knows what are the problems which are not pushing the rank so high, but nevertheless we have the potential, we have the people. Surely, as you said, that some good SWOT analysis could be more useful. I'm sure IQAC director should take the lead and then make a little SWOT analysis. Most of the points would be known to us, but if some committee tells that these are the points, it would be reassuring that our assumptions are perfect and we have got to move in that direction. Right. Okay. Most of the weaknesses are definitely known to every one of us. Most of the weaknesses and most of the opportunities surely are known to us. And most of the threats will definitely be known to us. But still, let us find out, let us introspect and check why we should not go further. But then, personally speaking, don't worry about rank. You do your best. Rank automatically happens. It definitely happens. Once we start working for the rank, that is the in my opinion, it is a strong downfall of any institution, because if somebody starts working for maneuvering the numbers, that's not a good sign, and that's not a good indication of any institution to come up, because the institution has got to work for absolute quality. There is nothing called relative quality. Yes, there is nothing called relative quality. It is all absolute quality. If somebody tells next time I will compete with IIT Hyderabad, it is probably a very immature statement. Later, if they tell that I am going to compete with IIT Madras, I am going to compete with MIT, I am going to compete with, these are all very amateur and immature statements, because quality has only one target, and quality has got to be absolute quality. There is no compromise as far as absolute quality is concerned. Okay, I'm very sure Vignan by its name should strive for that absolute quality, and whatever happens next. It happens, whether it is first position, second position, one in the first 10, one in the first 25. It keeps happening. We should not, the number should become a habit. It should happen to be a continued habit. Yes.
People should come to me for getting a seat in this university.
Oh, yeah, as it is, we should be proud this time. At least I am very personally proud. Even when IITs have not started, even when the admissions into IITs have not been completed, admissions into IIITs and NITs still have got to take place, and they have still not commenced. I'm very personally very happy that when Professor Dr. Rathaiah mentioned that we will start. I was, I was skeptical when he said we will start, but then I was very proud and happy that we really took it off. The most interesting point is our regulations are totally now different. We are now not going to be examination oriented, or we are not going to orient ourselves in preparing a candidate for the examinations. We want him to learn. It is good to be continuous learning, and yeah, we want him to be a lifelong learner. So that's what is going to be the spirit of the new regulations. I'm very sure my dean AAA is going to give a brief account of that also. And at the same time, I'm doubly happy because in the new program, in the new regulations, we have made a orientation program very compulsory. And this orientation program really induces a candidate into the mode of learning, into the mode of creative learning. The greatest point is that, when people came to me and asked me, who is going to take over this orientation program? Don't worry, your institution has a natural head of the department for orientation program. Your natural head of the department for orientation program will be Dr. Lavu, Rathaiah, Garu. And that's exactly what happened also in the orientation program. He took the lead. He led the entire team from the front end, and he himself delivered the lectures. Uh, Towards the end, I suggested to him that all your lectures now should be converted into the book form, so that it could be useful for anybody who is conducting the orientation program. Our orientation program, our syllabus of the orientation program is far better and far superior than what AICT has proposed and whatever all leading academic institutions have proposed. Okay, this has drawn the uh, uh, this has drawn the evidences and the experiences of naturally IIIT Allahabad, also IIT Gandhinagar. The director of IIT Gandhinagar was the first one who introduced 1 month orientation program, the project oriented learning at IIT Gandhinagar, who now is the Vice-Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University now. All right, now uh, this board of management is more focused because of the convocation, and therefore I wish we should sooner have a business board of management. Dr. Raghunathan, please note that we will have the next immediate detailed board of studies, board of management meeting at the earliest, so that we can spend more time and we can spend more on the business items.